common citation systems. But what's really cool is, and I'd like you to chip in here, what I do, if I'm wanting to suck down that reference, I just click this, and then I open that, and here I have the reference downloaded into EndNote. Okay, I will talk about EndNote later if we have time. But again, from my position, if you are really wanting to exponentially lower the amount of labour involved in writing and preparing bibliographies, Adobe Acrobat Pro with Zotero or EndNote. Now, Wynne, can I ask you, does Zotero, if I was to download a BibTeX or a RefMan or RefWorks citation, would that be imported? Would you be able to import that into Zotero?
I don't know what it does, but when you have Zotero, then it has its own icon on your browser to to grab the metadata, and then it will spit it out into whatever format.
Okay. So again, please hear that what I'm presenting, I see as complementing what was doing, and so I don't have an agenda to. This is just my story about how I've done things. Okay. So now all of you have done Wynne's course. Is that right? You've taken Wynne's course?
I haven't taught it every year, so I didn't teach.
Okay, sure. Okay, so for example, so here we go. So I won't have the opportunity to do too much demonstrating this, but I will do this a bit later. So if I wanted to cite this, I tend to use when I am doing my writing, I prefer to keep my EndNote codes in these parentheses, and when I have finished, I can just press this button and it automatically generates the reference. If I'm working with APA, let me just undo this. If I'm working with APA, then if I want to use a page number, I just go there, and then when I'm done, it's all done automatically. And so if you are manually doing all of your references, all of your citations like this, please just stop and investigate about what is involved for you to just appropriate the software that you can afford, and to begin to learn some new tools. There is no need these days for you to be losing marks and wasting time when your examiners and your lecturers, they go through and they say, this is not the citation that we use, you don't put the comma there, you italics this. There is no need for this now. Okay, now the other thing, and you may not be at the stage where you appreciate the importance of this, but the other thing is that I can, at the flick of a button, change the citation system. Okay? Because all this program does is it manipulates. I've got a field here, I've got a name, a year, a title. It just tells you in this system we don't use a comma, we use a colon, you know. You should be, if you're not using this already, or if you are doing so reluctantly, saying, well, I don't know what witness tell me that I have to use this, you need to just realise that this is potentially life-changing. This is potentially life-changing. And so, you know, I know some of you are in the process of doing a bibliography. If you are using, you know, Google Scholar to trawl through this stuff, you can do. The other thing that is really cool is that if you have EndNote, you can access anyone, Connie. You don't have to have access to the Library of Congress. You can just click on the Library of Congress. In fact, so now I'm in the Library of Congress database, and I'm going to see whether my name is there. Let's see on there. Right, okay. I might have a problem with the server. I think I have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. So I have a problem with the server. Anyway, listen. Any questions or comments? Are you still with me?
Are the functions of EndNote pretty much the same as Zotero?
I don't know the answer to that question. And when are you?
I've never used EndNote.
Okay, that's fine.
Zotero integrates with Word or LibreOffice, so similar to what you've got there.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's easy to change the style once you've got a bibliography list in there.
Yeah.
But you could easily redo it.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, so again, I really do want you to hear this. This is complementing what Will has done. My enthusiasm for EndNote is, and it appears that I have a problem with the server here, but what I was hoping to demonstrate to you is that I can hook on to, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of the server and I'm going to go onto my phone, because this is amazing. And Stephanie, this is really going to help you. So what I'm doing now is I'm getting out of the Payap server and I'm going onto my phone, and I'm going to try and hook on through EndNote. I'm going to try and hook on to the Library of Congress. And because I'm a megalomaniac, I'm going to see whether I'm on the Library of Congress, you know. I think you don't know this about me, but I'm a real megalomaniac. Searching, whoa, all those Joels. Imagine, I had no idea there were so many Joels around. So, what you can do, Connie, you might be interested in neuroscience. If you put in neuroscience, you would just get tens and tens of thousands of EndNote references. Now, whenever you download an EndNote reference from Google Scholar, the thing that you need to be most careful about is you need to make sure that it is stipulated that it is the right type of reference. And so, mostly, I'm just going to, this is a new bottom. The biggest problem I have with EndNote references that I've downloaded from the Library of Congress or from Google Scholar is that you have to stipulate what type of reference it is. And often there are, particularly edited volumes, are just put down as books. Now, the problem with that is that when you cite an edited volume, if you have an author, then he is not the author, he's the editor. And if you are citing a chapter in an edited volume, you will have to make sure that the author of the chapter is not confused with the name of the editor of the volume. And so, like most things, you still have to be careful. So what I'm going to do here is I'm copying that and I'm going to put all those into there, and then watch this, and I'm going to go with APA. And it is generating a bibliography. Okay? So let's just recap what I did. Because I'm lazy, what I did is I went on to EndNote, I hacked into Library of Congress. I didn't hack, I had legitimate access to Library of Congress. I put in the name of an author. I could do the same with, I could ask for, I could do keywords, I could specify subjects, I could put in Baluchistan, I could put in dialect, I could put phonology, I could put in Nagaland, and I just sucked everything down. Now, a lot of the stuff is repetition, okay? So, I've got 3 books by the same guy, I don't need 3. So I've got 1, okay? And am I here? Oh, James Joel, he's famous, he's an anarchist. I like anarchists. Don't tell my daughter. Well, she knows already. So I copied all that and I put that into oh, I am there, CMJ, Muslim mirror making in Thailand's far south. Woohoo! Good one. So that's what you can do. Now, is that cool? Is that cool or what? That is really cool. Have you seen that before? Yeah. So this is super cool. Sorry to use all the technical language. All right, questions and comments. I think we're probably due for a bit of a break. We've been going, it's 10 o'clock. But in fact, why don't we have a break now and then we'll come back and let's do a bit of a feedback session. And then we've got a bit of a shopping list and we can move on. But I think we should stop. Well, what do you think, Kristen? Is that okay? We have a pause now. It's 10 o'clock, so let's keep it to a 10-minute break, maybe 15 max, and then we can move on. Okay? Thanks, Ed. Okay, good.
Back around 10:20.
That's fine. Okay. Good. I don't know. I mean, I think it's great. I think it's great. It's great. This stuff is really. Hey, could you press the red button? There's a record button on the. No. On the. There's a record button. If you could just press the red button. No. It's in the back of the camera. It's all right. It's all right. I'll no worries. I will turn this off. I mean, it's hiding from you. It's